What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Breaking news, and I had to give it to you guys. I don't know if anyone really talked about this, but Main Events, Kathy Duva, has announced that Sergey Kovalev will be facing Jean Pascal March 14th, tentatively. Now, I say tentatively because Jean Pascal has a fight this upcoming Saturday, and just like the Hopkins versus Kovalev fight, it was already a done deal behind closed doors. If Kovalev was able to get past Blake Caparello, and he did that, passed with flying colors, got the stoppage. Then that was the birth of Hopkins Kovalev. Same situation. If Jean Pascal can get past his opponent this Saturday, which is a tune-up, so he should be able to in front of his hometown crowd, then this fight will be made on March 14th. So I want to give you my thoughts on this. First of all, I have to tip off my hat and give major props to Sergey Kovalev. Now, I told you guys on my channel, I tried to drop some gems and tell you guys who to look out for and whatnot. I told you Kovalev was a beast. And I think recently his actions and stuff are proving that. Now, he went up against Bernard Hopkins, a fighter I truly value and respect, win or lose. I told you that. I said he can get knocked out in the first round. I still respect Hopkins. He has a deep resume. He wasn't ducking, and he made the fight with Kovalev a dangerous guy. But Kovalev dismantled Bernard Hopkins, and he did it more impressively than a lot of people imagined. You know what I'm saying? I predicted Kovalev to win. I said via decision, and that's pretty much what happened. He hurt Bernard Hopkins. Hopkins showed the heart of a warrior, but he was outmatched. He didn't have the firepower or whatnot. And Kovalev fought smart. He took steps back instead of just bull rushing him and getting countered and having Hopkins create openings by falling into traps. He had a measured approach. He treated Hopkins like the legend he is. Like if it were some other, you know what I mean, Cedric Agnew, he probably would have been more aggressive, but he gave the proper respect to a proper legend, which is Bernard Hopkins. Therefore, he shut him out. You know what I'm saying? It was hard for me to give Hopkins really any rounds. And if I did, they're more, instead of like clear, concise Hopkins winning round, it's more of a pity round. You know, a lot of people do that. They give you a pity round because you look better, or you landed more shots than you have the rest of the fight, so they'll give you the round. I try not to score like that, so I had it pretty much a shutout. Anyway, Kovalev fighting Pascal. He's one of the best available options in that division, and he's going to fight him in Montreal, Canada, which is Jean Pascal, who is Haitian. That's his second home. That's the place he calls home. And he has a pretty good sized fan base and sell out. He calls himself the cash cow of the division. So for Sergey Kovalev, the champion, to go all the way to Canada in Montreal and deal with a hostile crowd to face Pascal, that shows you a lot. To me, that shows you a lot about Kovalev's character. This man wants to scrap. He just wants to fight, and he wants to earn his stripes and prove his worth. And I have to give credit and commend that type of mentality. Amir Khan showed you that too. That heart in the Lamont Peterson fight. He went all the way to D.C., which is Peterson's hometown, as a champion to fight him. And I thought he was robbed in that particular fight, but that's another video. And to me, when a fighter does that, it shows heart and it shows a confidence level in your skill. You show confidence that, hey, I can go over and beat you in your own home. You know, no bullshit catch weights, no constant hometown advantage, just mano y mano, whenever, wherever. And I appreciate that attitude. So Kovalev is looking like a real throwback right now, especially in this era of boxing, modern boxing, where fighters are, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm champion, I don't have to do this. I'm the cash cow, I'm the A side, I'm the B side, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of politics in boxing. So Kovalev is looking like a real Russian throwback. So props to Kovalev. I appreciate Jean Pascal too, because after Kovalev looked good and dominated a guy like Hopkins, who most, like, you can go, let me know in the comments what other channel had the prediction exactly right. Like me, I said decision. Other people said Kovalev was going to knock him out, or Bernard Hopkins, he was like going to win. They said, oh, Hopkins is too crafty. He's the alien. Kovalev's one-dimensional, and he's an alien. You know what I'm saying? And I predicted it and called it straight down the middle how I seen it, and turned out to be pretty accurate. So I don't remember a lot of people picking Kovalev, and the ones that did pick him, they were saying it was going to be like a mid-round stoppage. So I just give props to both fighters. Jean Pascal for picking up this fight without even going through his fight this Saturday. In addition to that, based on how Kovalev looked in his fight with Hopkins, he looks pretty dangerous to me. You know what I mean? So that shows that Jean Pascal has balls too to make this fight happen. So I appreciate both these fighters. I think Jean Pascal, I don't know if he's still currently training with Roy Jones, but in the Lucian Bute fight, he was training with Roy Jones, and I liked the Roy Jones influence. I thought he looked good. Roy Jones also had Jesse Vargas looking better than normal. So hopefully he teams up with Roy again, and you know what I mean, we make this. Last thing I want to say on this issue is, yet again, Adonis Stevenson looks like a sucker. He looks like the odd man out, you know what I'm saying? The black sheep. First of all, Pascal is representing Canada, just like Adonis Stevenson. So that's mighty embarrassing that Kovalev, the champion, is going all the way to Canada to fight Pascal and not fight Adonis Stevenson. You know what I mean? And I don't know the details if they reached out to Adonis Stevenson, but I mean, he should have made it his business to firmly call out Kovalev, because again, this makes him look bad. You got another guy fighting another guy in your hometown, you know what I'm saying, where you're representing, and you're not the fighter, and you're a champion as well. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes Adonis Stevenson look real bad. First of all, you left to go to Showtime when you were with HBO, and then you let a 50-year-old take the fight, and he showed heart and whatnot, but he still gets props and praise from me for taking the fight. Adonis Stevenson, now he's going to fight Pascal in your neck of the woods. You know what I'm saying? That should be you, in all honesty. It should be Adonis Stevenson and Sergey Kovalev. And again, some people are saying, oh, Adonis Stevenson, or excuse me, Jean Pascal is going to get pieced up. So be it. I still respect the man for taking the fight. It's a dangerous fight. It's a fight against a guy who looks good, who looks pretty fierce and pretty confident. So if you know, some people, oh, ego, you're biased. You're just biased, man. I'm biased because I don't say what you want me to say. I say what the fuck I want and what I feel. And again, I'm consistent. I give major props to both parties. Even Jean Pascal, he can get blown out of the water, but I still give him props for taking a dangerous fight. You know what I'm saying? So some of you guys, that's cool. Say Jean Pascal is going to get demolished or whatever you feel, but I don't care. I still give him props for taking the fight, whereas Adonis Stevenson is running away from the fight and not taking the fight. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's a solid fight, and I think Kovalev is really trying to make his impression in the boxing world. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like my video. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video is Ego, signing off.